When I switched from trading to deving, I did not think it had as much potential as nearly having $1 million sitting inside my Phantom wallet. Now, I'm going to show you the method that has allowed me to stack this kind of crazy cash. I will show you a simple step-by-step process that has allowed me to dev coins without the need to know how to code, and I am deving coins like crazy.
Wow. Okay.
This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. Now, I will show you that method soon enough, but first, I always like to take a look at one of the coins and just see how they're performing. So let's take a quick look at one of these here. So this coin, quite interesting actually. So you've got this initial build up, right? And it's quite steady up to the first peak within the first hour. Okay, now that's great. So if you manage to get in early and you traded at that point, you are quids in, which is fantastic. So then later on down in the 2-hour mark, we've got this next peak. So it's peaked twice already. Now what I'm surprised at is that from the looks of it, the dev has not extracted that much liquidity. Maybe that big line towards the end there might be a sign of that, but that could also be traders losing faith at the same time. So what I would worry about with this coin, is there a hope that it could peak again? Yes, but what's likely to happen is the dev is going to just pull tons of that liquidity out all of a sudden, and we're likely to lose the game. Now this guy's done really well. He's managed to have a good success with it, but I imagine quite a lot of people soon enough will lose a great deal of money on it. So let's instead talk about deving. We are going to use createcoin.fun. This is a website that allows us to launch our own coin by not using any coding at all. So it says here, no coding required. All we need is a bit of time, a bit of Solana, and the ability to click buttons. Now, let's flick back to terminal real quick and take a look at some of the markets. I'm going to have a look at Pump on here first of all. So Pump is a interesting market because while it is great, there are loads and loads of people on there. It's a really busy platform, but also there are so many coins just being shat out all the time. Coin after coin after coin after coin. To be a new coin, especially with these big boys that are running around here, to be a new coin is nearly impossible, especially if you don't have any backing, if you don't know anybody, and, unless you've got some network that's going to put loads of money into your coin instantly, it's no good, right? However, if I switch to dynamic, you'll see that the market caps, though maybe the bigger ones are lower, they're actually much better spread out. So you can see here there are several coins that are in the tens of thousands, hundreds of millions. I've seen several get into the billions, and that is just because things are allowed to grow a lot more organically there. So in the Phantom wallet, I currently have $103. You need around $100 to get this method to work in Solana, so make sure you've got that before you start. Hit Connect Wallet. So in this case, we're hitting Phantom because I'm using a Phantom wallet, but other wallets are available. Of course, if it's on your browser, it should auto detect. Now we're going to just quickly connect there. Right. Okay. So launching our own coin. As I said, don't need to know how to code. If you were going to launch a coin from scratch, you would put in the token name here, you'd pop in a symbol, and you would then put an image, you'd link it to a narrative, all the usual fun stuff that comes with deving coins. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to hit the copy trending tab. Now, this is perfect because it allows other people to do the hard work for us. So these coins are coins that have done well on the pump market already. So you can see by their market caps, they've done really well, and you've got when they were last paired and their names. So these are coins that have already performed great in a more hostile environment. So that means when we put them onto the Matura market, which createcoin.fun uses, then they are going to do much better. So you can choose which one you like. If you're not happy with the selection, you can always hit refresh and new coins will be put in front of you. Any of these would be a good choice for me just because of how long I run the coins. So I might take this Pump the Bull one. Let's pump the bull on this one and just take that coin there. So when you get the request blocked box, you need to click proceed anyway. You need to click confirm, and then you need to tick a box and click confirm again. Okay, so obviously it doesn't fully recognize the site immediately. You need to just mark that it is safe. So this is the usual stuff, capital is at risk, etc., that comes with every single Memecoin website. Nothing out of the ordinary there. So let's create our token, which we have done, but now we need to put some liquidity behind it. So this is the thing that gives the coin some value. We are going to take a bit of our Solana and we are going to put it into the coin, and then that's going to give it its initial value to put it onto market. So we've got name there, we've got the amount of tokens that are going to be available. We don't need to worry about that. All we need to worry about is the bottom one, which is the amount of Solana we want to put into the coin. Now, I played around a bunch in the early days, but I have noticed that 0.2 Solana seems to be the best rate to go with. So we're going to create a pool at 0.2 Solana. So I highly recommend you do that. So please make sure you do that, especially if it's your first time. We're going to create that pool there. So we have successfully successfully created our pool. You can see a few details here about our coin. Got our name, we've got the pool link, we have got the SOL, the tokens, and the value at 1475, which is typical around about now because of the value of SOL. So the lightning bolt button. Now this is really important. So we are going to make sure we click that lightning bolt button and boost the token. So what this does is it puts a square in front of all the bots and trend chasers that are going to be looking at Dex Screener's trending list. And we could run that for up to an hour at the cost of 0.25 SOL. So that brings our total cost up to about 0.5 of a Solana, which isn't much. Not really. Not in this game, certainly. So we pay that, and I promise you, we will make that back and then some. So let's hit the boost, and then I will show you, because I will run this coin in Dex Screener. We're going to see, you know, the hits coming in, the spending, and then we're going to remove that liquidity, and we're going to make all that money back and much, much more. And we're going to have a look on Dex Screener. So we're going to hit Dex Screener. We'll have a look and see how it performs. So we have started at 0, of course, and you can see Pumpbull is live on the Matora market for us now. Our market cap sitting already, well, we're not there now, but we peaked past the 1K mark already, which is a massive milestone for loads of different coins. Most on the pump market especially do not get past that 1K milestone, and we got past it in a few seconds. And that is the beauty of this method. The compounding factors of the better market, proven coin, and the booster allow us to have numbers like these. Liquidity coming up to 2K now. This is fantastic. And again, I've not put very much money into this coin. Let's head back to createcoin.fun and we can hit refresh and see what our estimated value is now. So I make money on these coins, of course, otherwise I wouldn't do it. But I also like to make sure I give back to my community as a thank you. If you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, I will put you into a prize draw where you could win half of what I make on this coin. 1.35k, nearly 100x'd our initial value. Hit the minus button, put that up to 100%, remove that liquidity, it goes straight in your pocket, and then you are good to go. It's in your Phantom wallet. You have it already. It is that simple. Here we go. We pay our transaction fees. Of course, we'd like to be paid. And then once we've done that, I'll look at the Phantom wallet now. $100 has turned into $1,200. That is the method, guys. It is as easy as that. No other tricks, and you can make some serious cash.